Top Trader is brought to you by Sanlam iTrade, now with transparent CFD trading on the exact JSC price. We've chosen 8 lucky contestants from different walks of life to trade against each other and stand a chance to win a fantastic cash prize of R250,000. There will be elation. There will be disappointment.
In a position of being eliminated.
And there will be friction.
But things are getting quite stressful.
I'm constantly getting shocked at how much money you're making in the show.
I'm very conscious about what people think about me.
They're very volatile.
I'm spent.
It is what it is.
Imagine what's going to happen to me. I'm going to be hospitalized.
It's the rules, and I'm happy to abide by them because everyone has.
Stock trading is not for the faint-hearted. So stay with CNBC Africa as we embark on another journey through the highs and lows of the All-Share Index to reveal who will become South Africa's top trader 2013. Last time on Top Trader, Solofelo went home, and the last traders still standing are Jason, Ori, and Mbuso. Congratulations, guys. I know it's been tough, but it's been lots of fun as well, hasn't it? Well, this is your last tribunal before the final. Gerhard is back, Ian's with him. May the markets be with you. So, Jason, how did it go for you?
I think it went well. I did my best this week, and I'm happy. I don't think I could have done much better than it.
Now you've got a little bit of cash in hand. Why have you still got that money?
Well, I've been doing a lot of reading as well to get an idea of the markets. We're hitting new highs the whole time. So I think it's a bit risky. A lot of people, from what I've been reading, people have been taking a bit of cash, and I don't have too much. I've got 145,000. Yes. So I mean, naturally, throughout my strategy, I always kept about 100,000. So it's just an extra 40. It's just a safety precaution towards the end. I think if I don't have any way I want to put it, I'm not going to do it for the sake of.
Well, I can tell you something. These guys have really listened to what the mentors have been saying. Well, Jason, at the very least, because he sounds like an absolute professional.
How did it go?
I think it went well. I did my best, and I'm happy with the growth that I had. I haven't actually compared it to the market per se, but
it's important to have a measure against the Aussie because you can take any stock from there, and I think that's something you should know.
Coronation fund managers, you bought it. It's not doing too badly, Coronation, but it looks like if you read about a stock that's done the best for the year, you want to get into that.
What actually resounds in what Ian said was, pick a winner. The winners are winning. Pick the winner. It's winning, and it's been winning for me, so I picked the winner.
You're bullish about the overall market because that you have to.
I do have a bit of extra cash than I wanted to because I'm uncertain about the market. Rather just keep with something that's been working, and throughout the show, the momentum's done the best for me. So I just don't think it's worth taking a bet on those volatile resource stocks.
If you think that momentum may not continue, do you not believe there's going to be the historic seasonal pattern, the Christmas rally?
Yeah, the Christmas rally. It is something that, again, you see, the problem is things that are happening in the macroeconomic factors could change things. It's easy to say yes, it's a known trend, and it will happen again. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to go, it's gonna happen. I come across confident when I know enough about something. If I don't know enough about it, I won't just throw out what I think.
Your portfolio currently is at 1,088,000. You've grown your profits, so you've been quite a steady performer. You've learned a few things. I'm glad you reduced the trading strategies and things like that. Seems to be working well, so good luck for the future.
He's been narrowing his sort of spread of interest, like you were just saying now, and that's good. He's concentrating, he's got a priority now, and he's sticking to it.
In a sense, he was overconfident in the beginning, I think. He was the best of the lot. But we could see that he's got a lot to learn.
This is not easy, and this is real business, or could lead to. So, it's been a very good learning experience for him.
So how did Mbuso do?
He didn't do very well.
What do you think he's doing wrong?
I think he's not riding his profits. He takes a 2% or 2.5% profit. For a day trader, it's okay. But in this competition, he might have done better to ride some of the profits.
Yeah. What's going on with Naspers?
I can't believe I played the Naspers game twice.
Yeah, and lost twice. Once bitten, twice shy. But you want to be bitten again and again and again and again and again and again.
But you know what they say?
You know what? The mentors are going to bite you. Off you go. Good luck.
Naspers was my bad decision.
What the hell did you do there?
And it reached 990 and 980. I thought it was going to push up. If it hits 990, I'm out. But now, the whole stupid thing about it was that everybody else in the market, 980 was their number.
Don't wait for a nice round number.
The whole thing about it is that when I saw 990, immediately I was overcome by fear.
Fear, you say. You were being governed by greed, and greed overwhelmed you. And they said, it's going to get there.
I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I checked the Hang Seng index, I look at Tencent, it's up 2%.
The mistake you make, everybody knows that Tencent is up overnight. And Tencent is up 2%, then Naspers will jump 1.5 to 2.5% on the opening trade. Then it's in the price. The benefit is gone. I think you've become quite a trader. And you're making 2.5%, 2% profits, and you cut at a 2% loss. So I think that's commendable.
Thank you.
Your portfolio, Mbuso, has not done much. I think it's up less, 500 Rand or 600 Rand. Yeah. Your portfolio is at 976,000. So it's still below the 1 million, although it looks like you are taking a bit more risk.
This can be a 2-horse race. I'm not even number 2, I'm number last actually.
Just take it as it is.
Yeah.
If you say goodbye, then you've learned. If you are wrong and that there is somebody below you, lower than you, then you're fine. You're going to kiss the ground again.
He's gathered a better approach to the market. He was looking at these little positions, as you just said, ticky snatching is what they used to call it.
He made 2.5% profits. So for a trading, that is a day trader strategy. So he's getting to grips with that.
At least he's prepared to say he's going to try.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about Ori. Now, we've had a very interesting week with Ori.
Yeah.
And I've obviously seen the email correspondence going back
with
and
the
forth.
dividends, yeah.
That I was totally on his side. But, and this is the conversation.
Rules.
So why did he try and push the boundaries if he knew that was it?
Maybe he forgot. Because
Do you think
I
so?
told them in the first lecture
Yeah.
that you're not going to get normal dividends. He's a strong personality.
So, Ori, you like a pit bull. You grab hold of something and you just never let go. What happened with the dividend story?
In terms of the market, and realistically, that's not receiving your dividends isn't an accurate reflection. So I sent a mail, reminded me of the rules, but now I'm out of pocket. So yes, it's been consistently applied, but I think that maybe the rules should be removed and everyone should get their dividends to show true returns.
I was arguing from your corner. I was saying, come on, guys, I don't think it's fair. Until they said, Jules, I think it's 6.1, the rule number or something, clearly states. And I thought, oh, Ori, what have you done? I can't believe I backed the loser. Ori, good luck, but you've done well this week.
Thank you, yeah.
Good luck, off you go.
Rules. This is something we were just discussing. Why did you not pay attention to them right from the start? No, it's very important.
Look, I agree. The truth is, with that rule was, I didn't know that the LDT date on those shares was specifically then. So that was my long-term shares I'd held for long. And then once I realized it had come down, the rules are the rules and we sorted it out, and I'm not trying to fight it, but I still think that having dividends is a more accurate reflection. And I think you two would agree, but the rules are the rules.
We have a few times questioned you holding on to First and not having a take profit. You stuck to your guns despite what could have been seen as criticism from us maybe, and it's done very well for you.
Right now, I think that for me to lose 1% on selling and buying is a very risky percent to lose at this vital stage of cutting down to 2. So it was merely a tactical decision not to trade based on trading fees.
The portfolio is now 1,098,900 virtually very close to 100,000 Rand profit.
He's tracking himself and he's tracking other people too.
Yeah,
That's a good sign, and that backs your view that he's the guy to go to.
Yeah. I can see his eyes is glistening.
If I had to push you, in fact, not if I had to, I am. Who do you think will take it out of Jason and Ori?
I think Ori is still going to make it, but it is so close
between the two.
And I'd like to add something there. It's just looking at them, that they're basic character types. Ori has stuck with his position, like his first trade. He's just stuck with it. He's got, it's like following a winning trend. and he hasn't tried a bucket. Jason is perhaps more inclined to say, I've got a chance of using CFDs to gear up my risk profile, and then to say, hey, maybe I get a jump ahead.
You'll be given 25,000 Rand in cash each to trade with.
Because we're talking CFDs, we're talking gearing, we're talking being very sharp.
Right guys, there's been a game change. Well, that shouldn't come as any surprise to you. You know this competition is unpredictable. Well, going into the final round of this competition, those of you who make it that is, you'll be given 25,000 Rand in cash each to trade with, right up until the end of the competition. But don't stress, your 1 million Rand virtual portfolio still stands. You will trade both portfolios, and we will determine the winner based on percentage profit of these two portfolios. Have you got that? What's going to happen now is Gerhard is going to teach you all about CFDs and how to trade in CFDs. He's also going to teach you about trading with real hard cash. Enjoy it.
Morning, gentlemen. What you've been on is like on a treadmill at a walking pace. The treadmill is going to speed up next week to a fast running pace. Because we're talking CFDs, we're talking gearing, we're talking being very sharp. CFD is a derivative. So it derives its price from an underlying instrument. That can be corn in Chicago, pork bellies in New York, or a share. It's not a share itself, but it derives its price from it. Basically, it's a contract between a buyer and a seller to exchange the difference in price at some stage in the future for profit or loss. When you increase the number of contracts from 0 to something, whether it's long or short, you are opening a position. When you reduce the contracts, you are closing the position. Firstly, you've got longs and shorts on CFDs. On equity trading, you only go long. You can only buy and hold and sell for a profit if the market goes up, or if it goes down, you sell for a loss. Every day, you are mark to market. So any profit or loss is paid on a daily basis. That's obviously to prevent the person on the losing side of this trade from defaulting. And in our case, we charge a 15% initial margin. So when you enter a trade, it will check if you've got at least 15% cash available for that. When you trade equities or anything, or single stock futures, it's regulated by an exchange. So the exchange guarantees counterparty risk. With CFDs, it's not the case. So you have to trust the balance sheet of the company that you're dealing with. Every day you'll see movement in the cash part of your account, done automatically. Some CFD providers, because it's not exchange regulated, quote doubles. They don't actually let you buy or sell the share on the JSE. They quote a double, and it's usually a computerized program so that they adjust as the share price moves, and they include their market maker's commission in the double. So you will have a bid and an offer around the actual trading price. But it's not impossible for them to manipulate their doubles. With Sanlam, you will trade the actual share price, and we don't have a market maker's commission. We have a brokerage, so it's very transparent. You're going to trade with real cash. It's not your cash. It is CNBC and Sanlam High Trades cash. So please be careful. It is risky because you're going to get 25,000 Rand. So you can gear yourself 7 times, nearly 7 times with it. Now, you know about gearing, I don't have to tell you. It means you can make profits 7 times faster, but you can also make losses 7 times faster. How do you feel about the CFD trading part of real money?
It's your money.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
We've got guys with baseball bats as well.
You know, with fake money, I went through a minor depression. With real money now. Yeah. Imagine what's going to happen to me. I'm going to be hospitalized.
Well, you might become a very good portfolio manager one day if you worry about other people's money, because some portfolio managers are not that worried and they're reckless.
Okay, so this is my diary entry, number 2. To date, I've got basically 1.1 million, so I'm up 10% since beginning of August. So I'm happy, but now what they've done, which is interesting, is said, here's CFDs.
I'm in a position of being eliminated.
So many unexpected things are happening. I was gunning for the idea of top 3. Now there's going to be a top 2. So people are on edge.
So what that means is you can buy much more, so it's more dangerous. So instead of buying 1 share with 100 Rand, I can give 100 Rand and they're giving me 7 shares.
Towards the end, things are getting rather, I don't know, I like to try and remain as cool as possible and try and remove those things that are going to stress me out in any way or cause me to make any rash decisions. But things are getting quite stressful.
Yesterday when I looked at my balance at 5 p.m. and there was no real change, I knew immediately that I was doomed.
They're very volatile.
I never used to feel the fear of being eliminated.
With this 25,000, it's going to be able to counteract this million that we have.
Ori is a very big threat for me, a huge threat because of his portfolio and because he's so competitive.
I was getting a bit of confidence seeing that I managed to maintain a lead so far, so many episodes in, but that it's not something that you can bank on. Really it's 1 or 2 bad trades and it can go the other way.
It's no longer about the money, it's more I'm here to prove to myself that I can do it.
I am a good trader, I just make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, as well as they're my enemies, they're my mates. So, I don't know, I want everyone to win, but I want to win.
I'm missing a conviction of some sort, but anyway.
I'm either going to make a lot of money with it or I'm going to lose everything.
Just hope this is not a foregone conclusion.
Doing something like this, you have to have a relatively high level of self-confidence.
My destiny is in my hands, and I messed it up.
This competition is one big game of musical chairs. Everyone, right now there's 3 of us and there's only 1 chair, and that's the prize money at the end.
I trade too much. I should just trade like maybe 1 or 2 trades in a week and they should give me profits,
I think I've doubled the market return, which I didn't expect.
I'm delighted to get this far, and I hope that I continue all the way through to the final.
I tried my best. I'm so sorry for what has happened.
So, Ori, what do you think about the 25,000 Rand cash portfolio?
I think it's really interesting. It's going to change a lot around, and especially the gearing element. So it's high risk, high reward.
What are you most scared of?
It's other people's money. I'm a very conscious person with other people's money. If you give me 100 Rand, I really want to give it back.
Just makes the whole thing feel a lot more real as well, to see how we would feel trading in real cash.
You can carry over the success or the failure that you've had in the
Correct.
past, and it still gives you a chance, leverage to catch up or beat everyone else.
Don't you think you've learned enough, though, to actually turn a profit?
Yes, CFD trading, I think I can turn quite a nice profit in CFD trading because I've learned how to spot opportunities, especially breakouts. So I think I'll be okay if I get through, of course.
Yes. Do you think that there's the possibility that someone who perhaps has the lowest value in their portfolio could actually win this competition based on this new 25,000 Rand cash portfolio?
Definitely. This new portfolio matters 3.5 times more than the old one. So it's anyone's game.
But how would you feel if you were at this stage in the lead and somebody with their real cash portfolio managed to snatch that 250,000 Rand from under your nose?
To be honest, it won't faze me. Obviously it'll faze me because I'm losing and I've got pride and I've got confidence and I'm very, very competitive, so it would hurt quite a lot.
I think with these new rules I can re-strategize and move forward.
Do you think you'll take a bit of a risk, a bit of a chance with it, or do you think you're going to play it safe?
Look, I think my first priority is to make money.
How would you feel if you didn't get through?
You know
at
what?
this late stage, because you're so close.
You know what? Life is about trading. It's like trading. You need to cut your losses and look for the next best opportunity.
Do you think you're in the lead?
I don't know.
How do you feel right now, having been through what you have over the past few weeks?
It's surreal.
It's when you get into those mindsets and think about those things that you make rash and those decisions. So I'm just trying to remain on form.
Was it strange to come back and then film the next episode after seeing the first episode and interacting with the guys now knowing where you placed?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that we're quite far down the line, so you never know where people are now, but you do know in the beginning. Although, funny enough, it hasn't really come up too much. It's been 1 or 2 chirps, but again, it's not
Who's
something.
been chirping?
Ori. A bit of Ori. Not nothing like bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I didn't realize you'd be there.
Are you still feeling a bit bitter about the dividend?
It is what it is.
You're over it?
Yeah, well, look, I think I'll always remember the 11,000 Rand that should be in my portfolio.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And still, the guys just aren't forthcoming enough. So, our director decides to stay behind at the hotel in the evening to catch them off their guard. Let's see what he found out.
I have to admit, and I know this isn't what you want to hear because it's your money, but I'm going to be very aggressive with it. Like, I'm either going to make a fortune or I'm going to lose everything. So,
Don't play around with other people's money unless you have something to give back to them.
Whose money are you going to trade?
If I get the opportunity to trade CFDs, I'm gonna just have to get over my fear and ride that mother.
I'm constantly getting shocked at how much money you're making on the show.
I'm like pushing every day looking for the best stocks. And this guy's just going higher and higher, 3%, 4%, 7%.
To see, even though you're leading, how the judges don't give you any clue that you're doing well. I think my personality is the kind of person that I warm up the more I get to know someone.
No, people have actually called me and come through to me and say, here's my money, trade for me, and I'm like, no.
You'll never tell me your portfolio, but I'll go, so tell me, so how have you done in the past 2 weeks? And you'll be like, yeah, not bad. And just the tone, or just like the reaction that you give will make me think, okay, cool. But then now I'll know that in that week you had a good reaction. Now the thing is, how do you know that wasn't put on? Are you someone who I think would play sort of mind games or something? We're sitting right now, it's 10 o'clock at night, and it's just been a whirlwind of a day.
I think I've learned a lot of mental tack. I'm very conscious about what people think about me. Take it as you will. I can accept that.
In a way, I've learned how to a little bit read people, and sometimes I've also learned how to trust my own instincts.
We've been tacitly made to believe that there's going to be a top 3, but then there's been word of a top 2, and with so many surprises happening, I'm spent.
Next time on Top Trader.
Okay guys, welcome to Beltone.
Hey, what's going on? Got you. Yes! None of these guys understand that the higher ground is the advantage.
He went straight for the heart.
He's heartless.
Your portfolio does not count one bit.
It's not a nice feeling.
The time has come.
I found out today about the golf challenge, which is quite funny, that one hole that Juliet actually cheated on. So I'm just glad I never came last for that challenge, but it was actually very fun, and I've decided since then to go for some golf lessons.
If I win, cool, life will be better. If I don't win, life won't be as great as having that cash in pocket, but it'll continue and I'll still have a great time and live it.
I mean, Jason, he's pushing. He's playing the game. He's winning almost every challenge. He's only lost one.